Hello and welcome back, team, to another live stream. So it is Friday, the 24th of May. It is the end of another week. And yeah, we're going to sort of do like a rundown of what has happened today. The trades that I've taken today as well, of course. Take a look at those trades. And yeah, just go through the analysis, take a look at, future trades that I'm possibly interested in taking as well, where price could go really. So yeah, if that sounds interesting, remember, smash that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. Really helps me out, really helps the channel out. And yeah, I would really appreciate that. And yeah, if you are new, of course, make sure that you do subscribe as well. But yeah, enough of that. Let's jump into the charts and see what is going on. So as you are aware, I am long on the price of Bitcoin. So yeah, in the thumbnail and the title, I'm pretty sure I made it pretty clear that yeah, I have longs the price of Bitcoin. And as you can see, this is the new long trade that I have entered into today right here. So I have actually already taken a TP1 on this long trade, made some really, really nice profits on this trade. And as you can see, we've had a really nice rise over the course of today. So yeah, very early this morning, we saw price pulling back. Okay, well, last night, sorry, we saw price pulling back. And then, of course, early this morning as well, pulling back as well. And off this pullback this morning, I actually entered into a long trade. So we will, of course, talk about that. So taking a look at the Visionary Discord. Okay, if you want access to this, where I give all of my trades away, then make sure you click the first link in the description. It'll take you over to this page here where you can gain access to that. But yeah, this morning to the team, I said, yeah, the pullback continued last night, as we can see. And yeah, I told the team here that I have taken a long, as you can see right there. I did enter on a lower capital because I understand that, right, price is in bearish market structure here. Okay, so, kind of shorts are kind of favorable at this moment in time, which is why, on this rise, I am going to be looking for shorts. And of course, I will talk about a short that I did take as well. But yeah, so we had price pulling back, okay, into the GP786. I love the GP786 level. However, I have to see short absorption. And I have to see like one other bit of confluence as well. So pulling back into that GP786 level, we also had a naked point of control. Now it was already a tapped naked point of control, right? That was tapped actually in the evening, okay, of the previous day. So yeah, yesterday evening, right, late last night, we did tap the MPOC and we got a really nice reaction off of it. But I was still like considering this as like a support level. And of course, whilst we were in the GP786, What was price doing? Okay, well, we were seeing short absorption coming into the level. As you can see, we have aggressive shorting here. However, price is failing to make lower lows, okay, telling us that this is very bullish and we are expecting a rise towards the upside, right? So, what did I do? Okay, again, taking a look at the Discord, I told the team this was the long setup that I was looking at, right? Stop loss below the low. Okay, VWAP is like a TP2, but I took a TP1 in the daily market update. Okay, so I was, well, sorry, not in the daily market update, but in the daily market update, I was talking through with the team why I would like to take a TP1 at $68,400, and that's exactly what I did. As you can see here, I have taken 50% out of the trade. I have moved that stop loss to entry now, so it's a completely risk-free trade. And I'm just going to let the rest of the trade ride because, as you can see, we are getting a break of this little mini range that we had towards the upside, of course. So the expectation really is that, we could see higher prices here. Of course, I am being aware, okay, that we could form a failed auction of this range high. If we form the failed auction of the range high, right, that could be a nice short trade. I have actually already taken a short trade. So I took a hedged short, okay? So here I was telling the team, took a hedged short because, this was my plan this morning, right? It was to long up to range high, where from there I would look for a short trade. Now, we had a slight SFP of the high, and I was just thinking, right, okay, I'll take this as a hedged short. Now, with a hedged short, you're not putting as much capital as you put into the initial trade, right? My initial trade was the long trade, okay? But with the hedged short, I put a little bit less capital in that trade. I wasn't like expecting this trade to play out. It was just a hedge just in case we did get a rejection from here and we did see a pullback. Now we did get a little bit of a rejection, not enough for me to take a TP1 or to be happy with that. But took a slight loss on that trade. But I'm happy with how long I am on the market right now. And let's have a look here quick. Wrong side. There we go. That long trade is doing really, really well, continuing to get a nice rise towards the upside, which is great. I guess that next level that I'm interested in, right, is this VWAP here. We can see, right, how many times we've tested this level and we've actually respected it as well. Here, we've front run the level slightly, but initially, like we're respecting this, right? And the expectation would be is that we come up here. Okay, if we get a rejection off of it, we could look for a short trade, right? This is what I was talking through with the team this morning as well. I'm looking for a short at this level, right? Like I was looking for a short trade here. I did take a short trade here, took a hedged short, right? Just in case we were to get that pullback. I want to be taking advantage of that. Simple range trading, right? Simple range trading. Took a small loss there. Okay, but that loss is absolutely nothing compared to the profit that I am in right now. It's always good, to take a hedged trade, even though like it's not the strongest trade, or you're not fully confident about taking or taking a trade from there. It is always good to take a hedged trade. You're risking very minimal amounts, right? That stop loss was so tight on there. I risked a very, very small amount, and it was just like a little hedge just to see if we were to get a rejection off of that range high, because of course that's a possibility when you're range trading, right? You're simply looking for longs at the lows, okay, and shorts at the high. Okay, and you're going to look for that until you get the break towards the upside, which we are seeing as of right now. Okay, so that's pretty much what I did, right? I was just literally shorting the lows, longing the lows, shorting the highs until we got that break. Okay, and if we do get a break, then I'm going to let either the long or the short continue, right? And that's exactly what I'm doing here, right? We're breaking towards the upside. Of course, I'm still aware that we could form a failed auction, right? But because we are breaking towards the upside as of right now, I am going to let this trade ride, and then I am going to target higher prices, i.e., that what's that level at? 69,322 roughly. Okay. Where from there, I will take another TP2 on the trade. So I'll probably take, maybe 60% out of the initial margin that's left in there. Um, and then just let the rest of the trade ride again, right? Because we could break the VWAP. If we break the VWAP, again, we're looking for higher prices there, right? We're looking for higher prices. So, yeah, of course, we could reject off of this and, I'll be looking for a short trade here. But yeah, we'll just have to see how it plays out. Okay, of course, right now we could still form a failed auction, right? If we form a failed auction here, I'd still be inclined to take a short trade off of that. To be honest with you, I'd be looking for a short trade for that. But yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. So let's have a look at order flow, right? Let's have a look at order flow. Just refresh it. So yeah, this rise isn't great. Okay, so it's not a great rise towards the upside. I mean, we're starting to see longs coming into the market now. Okay, we're starting to see longs, but initially the start of the move wasn't too good. Yeah, I guess here we started to see a small amount of longs coming in. Then here, what would you say? Yeah, it's more like longs taking profit, really. Possibly short liquidations. And then here we are seeing longs open now. Okay, we're seeing longs open. So yeah, if these longs continue to open, I would be happy to say, okay, that price is going to continue to break towards the upside and come up to the anchored VWAP from the high here, and then I can take a TP2 on that long trade. But yeah, we have to continue to see these longs coming in. If I don't continue to see these longs coming in, we could give all of this price action back, right? We could give all of the price action back. So I am just going to be a little bit aware of that. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad, right? It doesn't look too bad at this moment in time. We're seeing longs coming in now. So yeah, we could see higher prices from here. Yeah, I'd be happy to see that, to be fair. So yeah, looking at this, right? Looking at what we're doing locally, of course, we're in bearish market structure locally here, as well as being in like both bullish, both bullish and bearish on the higher time frames as well, bullish and bearish market structure. So yeah, very, very obvious bearish market structure there. Let's just take a look at Elliott Wave quick as well. 2, 3, 5. Yeah, so what we're seeing now is that A, B, C correction, right? That's an ABC corrective wave. So yeah, we were looking at Elliott Wave on the larger time frame as well. This is just like amazing, right? So yeah, down here, you're looking for longs you're anticipating, wave B to end here, okay? Because after a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bearish Elliott wave count, okay, you're expecting a ABC correction, right? After the end of any Elliott wave count, you're expecting a ABC correction. Okay, we can see that. I've showed this multiple times, right, on the larger time frames, right? This is exactly what we're seeing right now. Where is it? So there and there, right? So we have, do you know what? This is exactly the same price action that we're seeing here on the smaller time frame, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have the ABC correction up here. Okay, and when you're looking at ABC correction, you can actually turn that. I like to turn that into a where have I put it? There. Okay, into just a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott wave count, right? Because you've got the 1, 2, 3, right, 4. Okay, so this low could actually have been, right, that we've taken a long from. Okay, this could actually be the end of wave 4, and we could now be coming up to form wave 5, which would take us up to all-time highs, right? That would be really, really nice. Okay, that would be really nice. Where from there, okay, what have I been saying for a long time, right? I'm interested in shorting all-time high. Okay, and you're looking at this Elliott wave, and you're thinking, right, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, at the end of 5, what are you expecting? Really, you're kind of expecting an ABC correction, right? So, this is something that we could see. This is very much something that we could see, and I would be looking to short that all-time high. So, yeah, it would be nice to take this long trade all the way up to all-time high. I understand that that may not be the case, right? But it's a possibility. Okay, it is a possibility. So yeah, I'm just going to leave. Even if I take a TB2, right, I'm going to leave a little bit left in the trade just in case we do see that play out. Okay. So going back into the 30-minute. Let's have a look. Right, let's have a look. So yeah, looking at the ABC there. Just looking at this quick. That's a nice 3 drives pattern there. So yeah, I guess there's an argument there for a long trade as well. I was already long, so I wouldn't have taken this, but that's a nice 3 drives where you get, a bounce, second touch, third touch, and on that third touch, of course, you want to be looking for confluence as well, but that's classed as like a perfect 3 drives pattern. Did we get absorption in that? What was that? So like 3 o'clock. No, we didn't get absorption there. I would have liked to have seen absorption, but yeah, I guess maybe you could have found other confluences. But yeah, I took the long trade from here. This one here, that's where I took the long trade from. So what else? I don't like to use diagonal levels really, but I like to be aware of them, right? Okay, so you've got, again, like a 3 drives pattern here. That possible short from there. I didn't take that though, but yeah, so that's going to be a bit of resistance. I don't really like diagonal levels, to be honest with you, but I am aware of them, right? What else have we got? So yeah, okay, let's, of course, right, we were just looking at the Elliott wave here. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC correction that we're seeing right now. Okay, again, what happens is we can turn this ABC correction into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So let's draw that in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, this, if we're considering Elliott wave, right, this could signal a short from that VWAP, right? I'm interested in shorting that VWAP, okay? Because again, just look how many times we've like rejected from the level, okay? So I'd be interested in shorting that. Of course, I want to look for confluence. Let's just, I can move this one actually into taps now. Where are we? There. Put that in tapped. Get rid of that. Let's just check the naked point of controls quick. Yeah, we haven't got any, have we? So GP 786. Would we get absorption into that? No. I doubt we'll get into that. Right, so I need to look for other confluences here, right? I'm not just going to short this VWAP, right? I'm not literally just going to short the VWAP. I want to see confluence with it. At this moment in time, I don't really see it. What was I talking about in the? Let's have a look here, right? This was from the daily market update this morning. Let's just see what I was considering there. But yeah, you can see here how I'm like planning out the trade, right? You know, I've already entered into the trade at this point. Yeah, again, you know, this is what I was planning for, right? I was planning for a rise up to range high, where from there I can possibly get a short trade in. Yeah, I guess I'll have to see. I'll have to see what price is doing up here. To be honest, I just don't see the confluence. I can't. Yeah, because what I was talking about this morning was coming into this and having long absorption. I think I said short absorption. Yeah, well, did I just say absorption? Can't remember. But yeah, from what Thomas M, we also have value area high at the VWAP. Yeah, so are we looking at that on what time frame? Are we looking at that on the 8 hour? Let's just bring up the 8 hour analysis. Thomas M, good to see you here. I don't believe I've seen you here before, but yeah, thank you for joining. Let's see. Where's the 8 hour? Yeah. For the 8, yeah, 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour. So on the 8 hour, I'd say value area high is a little bit too high. But then again, like I'm thinking to myself, you know, even if it is just a value area high, I'm not too interested in it. Like if it's just a VWAP and a value area high, I want to see a little bit more. I would love to see like just more confluence with it, to be honest. On the 1 hour, right? If you could give me some dates of where you've pulled it from to get that value area high, unless you have just pulled it from. Yeah, you could have pulled it from here, to be honest. No. I guess if you're looking at that as a range, yeah, let me know if you've pulled it like this. Oh, you can see here we've perfectly bounced off POC there. Yeah, that would have been lovely, more lovely confluence when I entered into the long trade. Are you looking at it like this, Thomas? Yeah, just let me know. Yeah, really nice bounce off that POC. Because we do have value area high up there, but then again, it's like it's not really enough. It's not really enough for me to enter into a trade off of that. Really, I like to look for 3 bits of confluence. Let's just get rid of this for now. Taken from the 28th value area high is at 69,460 on the 28th, right? Okay, yeah, so that's what I was looking at on the 8 hour, right? So yeah, this. Value area high. Yours is at 69,460. Maybe you're looking at a different exchange because I've got my value area high at 69,700, pretty much 69,700. Unless I update it. Yeah, still 69,700. Yeah, are you looking at Bybit? On buy, it's a little bit too 69,700. I mean, okay, it's not too far away. But then again, it's like those Bybit 1 hour. Okay. You pulled it from the 28th of Feb. Yeah, well, it's still, yeah, of course, it's still going to be for me at 69,700. Okay, but yeah, even that, right? I'm just not. I'm just not really confident entering into a trade off of just a VWAP and a value area high. It's not really. I just need to draw. Let's draw out some daily levels, right? What we're doing. Yeah, I don't see any. I'm just marking out some important levels, to be honest. Yeah, I don't see any confluence really for that. Like, if there was confluence there, okay, on that VWAP, if there was lots of confluence on there, I'd be really happy to short it. But when the confluence isn't there, it's a little bit harder for me to want to short that. I know it's been such nice resistance, such nice resistance. At some point, we're probably going to break it. At some point, we probably will break it. Yeah, as you can see, the long trade's doing really well now. Single prints filled at 68,937. Yeah, I currently can't look at single prints. The only reason being is because I don't know how my Wi-Fi and my computer will cope with running ExoCharts desktop and yeah, the streaming software at the same time. Sorry, not a professional like you. Yeah, I'm far from a professional. Yeah, I guess you can only really be classed as a professional if you have a education in it. I've just spent years. Well, I say years, like yeah. How long? 3 years just been sat in front of the charts, day in, day out. I wouldn't class myself as a professional. I guess I don't know. I guess you could. If it's my full time job, I guess I could, yeah. But in the eyes of like Wall Street, I guess they wouldn't consider me a professional, would they? It'd be nice if we come up here in the live stream, take some more TP, some more profit off of this long trade. Let's have a look at how this move is. Okay, so we're seeing longs open, right? So we can see this continue, right? Let's just have a look at this horizontal again. Again, I don't really like looking at horizontal levels, but horizontal diagonal levels. Sorry, I don't always like looking at diagonal levels, but they can be helpful. Looking at this, this is classed as like a three drives pattern, right? So you got the first rejection, second rejection. On the third test of the level, the expectation is that you get a big pullback, right? So you've seen this play out perfectly, and also here as well, right? We've seen this play out perfectly. Let's draw it a little bit better than this. Now, this is like a perfect three drives pattern into a three drives pattern. So you've got 1, 2, and then on that third touch, the expectation is you get a nice bounce towards the upside. But then when you come for the fourth touch, that's when you kind of expect a break of that level. So again, like I don't trade that. I don't trade breakouts, but I am aware of it. Right, the expectation is really that you see higher prices from here, but I also understand, right, that a lot of retail traders are probably looking at this, and we could see a fake out of that, and then we could get a bigger pullback. Okay, so I'm still aware of that scenario as well, and that's what I would trade. I wouldn't trade the breakout. I would trade like a fake out of it, and of course, that's in line with where the VWAP is. I'm just struggling to find confluence at the VWAP. When I enter into trades, I like to look for 3 bits of confluence. Daily naked point of control 69,487. It would be nice if we had a daily naked point of control there. Let's have a look at the tapped. Some really nice longs coming in. Daily naked point of control at 69,487. I don't see it. I don't know if you're looking at TPO. I currently can't look at the TPO. I don't want to pull up the desktop version of ExoCharts because I just feel like it might ruin the stream a little bit. Where do you think the all-time high for Bitcoin will be this bull market? That's a difficult question, to be honest with you. That's a very difficult question. I never really try and predict where the high of the bull market is going to be or where the low of the bear market is going to be. I literally just trade what is in front of me. So if I see a long trade setup, I will take it. If I see a short trade setup, I will take it. I don't really care where the all-time high is or where the low of the bear market is. I don't really have a good opinion on it. I wouldn't say like if you're looking for someone to give a prediction on where the all-time high is. You want to look at one of those influencers that is saying, 250k, a million. That's not really me. I'm a trader, right? I just literally trade what the charts are, are presenting to me. I don't really care where the price goes. But of course, I've got a hodder portfolio and I would like to see Bitcoin continue much higher. So, yeah, we could have a little look at it, right? Where's the extension? There. What am I doing? Right. So we could use the fib extension, to be honest with you, and I feel like we've already tapped it though. It's a little bit hard. Where do you take it from? So I guess initially, right, if we're to break all-time high again, I think the 1.618 is a good target, okay, at like $81,000 approximately. That's a good target, but it's kind of hard to say where the top of the bull market is going to be. I never do that. I never try and predict. I would love to give you an answer on that, Island Time. I would love to give you an answer on that, but I just don't really have an answer. I don't really know, and I don't really care. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't really give you an answer on it. Right, we're coming up here now. I just don't. It's frustrating when you have such like a nice level with the VWAP, but there's just no confluence there. And I don't even see any weakness coming in at the moment. Right, this is a good rise. This is a healthy rise. So we'll have to see if we break it. Okay, so let's take a look at the long trade again. Because I would be interested in taking some more profit off the table, to be honest. But let's see. This is an okay rise. Lots of liquidity. Yeah, I'd say though that liquidity is of course, going to be sat at all these highs here, isn't it? So the thing is, like, the liquidity for me is like a little bit it's too far away from the POC, from the VWAP. I always find what I find is, like, if you're trying to look for a trade, if you're trying too hard to look for a trade, the trade just isn't there. That's how I see it. And of course, like, I'm not going to short this if this is looking bullish. Okay, like, I'm not shorting this if this is looking bullish. Okay, and at the moment, look at that, 13 million, longs coming in, positive delta. Right, I'm not going to short this at this moment in time anyway. Like, I'm not even interested in shorting this at this moment in time. Oh, liquidations. Oh, sorry, I misunderstood you there. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be getting, here you can see, we're getting lots of short liquidations here. Okay, I don't use the liquidity map, but it's probably something that I should start looking at. But I just don't really see. Yeah, I don't really need to use it, to be honest. But it is something good to look at. But here, this is all new longs coming into the market, right? Look at this, right? This is 13 million new long trades coming into the market. So yeah, this is very bullish. But there is one thing is that, look where we are on open interest. We're at 1 billion. Okay, look at every single time we've come up to 1 billion, right? Zoom out. You can put a horizontal line there. Every time we've come up to 1 billion, rejection, 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 rejection. Kind of the expectation is that we get a rejection from 1 billion again. Okay. And if we get a rejection, of course, I never advise, I never recommend, okay, like charting the open interest. That's something that I would never recommend, but it is good to kind of look at patterns, and we can see every time we've hit 1 billion open interest, we reject, we reject, we reject, we reject, right? Expectation is that we could do it again, right? So if we do reject and we start to see a pullback within open interest and price continues to rise, that means that it's going to be a weak rise towards the upside. Okay, most likely indicating a pullback, right? So, if we do start to reject from that 1 billion mark and we continue to rise, it's a weak rise. So then we're favoring a short trade, right? So we're looking for the short trades. But yeah, we're getting if we get a nice strong breakout here and we get a nice strong breakout of the VWAP, there is no reason, to be honest, to take a short trade. There is no reason to take a short trade whatsoever. And we could just continue to ride this long trade higher. I don't see any reason not to. Yeah, this was such a nice long trade setup this morning. I would have initially have preferred to enter a little bit lower, but I was a little bit ill last night and I was a bit ill this morning, so I did just have a little bit of a lie-in. I wasn't feeling too great, and I just didn't. I was still all bunged up at this moment in time. I'm struggling a little bit, but I think it's the hay fever, to be honest with you. It's really difficult to talk for long periods of time because you then start to sound like someone's pinching your nose. Sound like a bit of a twat. Make sure you subscribe as well if you are new. 1 subscriber away from 160. Yeah, this is still a good rise. This is still a good rise towards the upside. If there's anything you want me to look at, just let me know. Any questions as well, of course, put them in the chat. I'll be happy to answer any. Yeah, I guess the only thing I can really see off of this is like a GP786, but I don't like. I very rarely, very very rarely trade a GP786 level without long or short absorption. Like very rarely. So it's like I don't even want to really consider that GP786 as resistance. Because what I've found just literally from experience is that these levels are the real strength from a GP786 level is when you have absorption, because every man and their fib, or every retail trader, right, is literally pulling the fib from anywhere really, and just expecting it to play out, right? using an example here, people will literally just pull fibs like this and expect price to retrace from here, and it doesn't work, right? If I'm looking at this here and I've pulled a fib, right? Of course, maybe there wasn't any confluence there, right? But if there was like short absorption into that, then it would have been a nice short. Like I would have liked this GP786, but when it's just when there's no absorption into the level, I don't I don't see the confluence with that GP786. I don't value it as like a strong level. I only value GP786 levels when there is absorption. This rise is still so good. I don't see anything bad with this. We're getting some nice volume coming in as well. The only issue that I see with this is I understand that retail traders are going to be screaming bullish breakout, long, 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 buy, buy, buy. That's the only like downside that I see to this break. So yeah, if we start to form a fake out here, we could look for lower prices here. Let's actually zoom in as well. Let's see what's. Yeah, lots of longs coming in. I mean, if I don't see the confluence here, right? There's a triangle there. Retail traders would have been happy with that if they shorted the breakdown. Again, I don't trade breakouts. That's not how I trade. So but yeah, just considering this horizontal, maybe you could take this as a bit of confluence here with that VWAP. Thing is, if I don't see a short trade from the VWAP, okay, because the confluence isn't there, then it's not to say that if we do pull back, I won't take a trade, because I probably would short a fake out. I'll probably short the fake out here, short it here. And then, of course, having like the stop loss above the high, and I'd be targeting like the lows down here, right? So, it's still a good risk to reward ratio. The trade would, let's just pull it, the trade would look something like this. Of course, I would prefer to short the VWAP if we are going to get a pullback. But if I just don't see the confluence there, I will wait for more confirmation. So I understand, right, we've rejected from VWAP, price is pulling back, we're faking out of the this trend line here, this downtrending trend line. So, and we have a lot of longs at the highs as well, right? We have a lot of longs. Look here, 1.8, 1.6, 1.9, yeah, 650k, right? 2.4, 5.2, almost a million there. We've got a lot of longs at these highs. So if we start to pull back, we start to fake out, we're going to have a lot of trap longs at the highs, okay? Those trap longs are going to have to cover, okay? Meaning that they're going to have to sell back into the market, which is going to add fuel to the fire to just push that price down, right? So, that's what I'd be betting on, right? The price, but I shouldn't say betting really, should I? But like predicting or expecting. Do you think he have already seen the low with 66,100? Do you think he have already seen the low with 66,100? Do you think the low? Do you think the low has already been seen? 66,100. Where are we there? This isn't a great It's not a great low. I took the long from here, right? But I would have preferred to see like a swing failure pattern of that low to like finish this, like just like kind of confirm the low. So I like if you're thinking of like, is this like a good low? Is this like a strong low? I wouldn't say it is. I wouldn't say it's the best low. Um, a swing failure pattern of that low and then the long trade and then a rise, I would have said, right, that's a really good low. So we don't have to like revisit this level. But I do think, right, I do think that if we do fake out up here, we could come down here, swing failure pattern this, and then get the long trade from down there, like finishing the business down here, if you want to call it that. Yeah. Just like finishing, putting in a good low. Okay. Putting in a good low, swing failure pattern. So I'd like this, right? I'd like to short this up here for the fake out, come down, swing failure pattern for the long, okay, and take that higher. That would be nice initially. So yeah, if that's what you mean, I don't particularly think this is a very good low. I think we could come down if we start. I mean, if we start to pull back, I think we could come down to the low. It's gonna be a lot of liquidity down here. Take out that liquidity, then get the long trade and ride that higher. I think that is a possibility. I'll be looking to take some more profit if we tap that VWAP. Or we could front run it again, to be honest. We front run it back here. I'm just going to go blow my nose quickly. Sorry. Literally felt like someone was just holding onto my nose that whole time. But yeah. Yeah, I'll probably just go ahead and take a little bit more profit here, to be honest. We're at a good level. Yeah. So I've just taken a little bit more profit off of that. I'm happy to take profit here, to be honest. Just let the team know as well. This was the short that I was looking at from the high, and we front run. That, which was really frustrating. That was from up here. I was looking to short this, and then we front run the level that I was interested in shorting by literally $50. So frustrating. But yeah, I'm happy. Right, I made up for it here. Of course I missed that pullback, but I made up for it here, taking advantage of this rise here. So we're getting a slight rejection off of the low of this triangle. I like this horizontal level. I do, because just look at the support along that level. Just look at it. Even before the break, a little bit of support and then the breakdown. We're retesting it here. We've got this diagonal level. We could reject off of that. I don't really like diagonal levels, but I am aware of them. We front run the VWAP. I understand, right? We could just front run this VWAP, see a pullback from there, right? We front run it here, so we don't have to tap that VWAP. But let's see. Yeah, I mean it's still a good rise. It's still a good rise, really. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Really, I just don't really see much conviction for a short trade here, unless we form a fake, like a failed auction, a fake out of this. Um, but yeah, we'll see. Let me know if you've got any more questions. I'll probably end the live stream in a few minutes, just because it's a Friday, right? And I want to go. It's already almost 7:30 here in the UK, so I want to go enjoy my Friday. I'll probably take this weekend away from the charts again. I don't really. Well, I haven't taken a weekend away from the charts for quite a while, other than the last 2 weekends. And I've quite enjoyed it. Because realistically, on the weekend, I'm not really doing much. I'm just, when I'm sitting in front of the laptop looking at the charts, there's just nothing there. But yeah, I'm happy, with how long I am on the market. If I do get a short trade here, of course, I'll let the team know, as I always do, over in the Discord. So yeah, if you want access to that Discord, first link in the description. It'll take you to this page here. Of course, you have the education as well, and all of the templates for EXO as well. I am currently working my way through the EXO charts courses. I am fairly close to finishing, so yeah, those should be. I'm hoping to get them out next week. But yeah, they take a lot of work. I know some people have wanted them out, but yeah, I'll get them out as soon as possible. But yeah, if there are no more questions, I will end that live stream there. Yeah, of course, for any visionary members, if I do take the short, I will let you know. At this moment in time, I just don't see it. I just don't see it at this moment in time. I like the rise. It's good. I need to see something, right? I need to see something bearish. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Island Time, good to see you back here. Thomas, it was good to see you here as well. I don't believe I've seen you before. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you got some value off of it. And yeah, what do you think about ETH still far away from all-time high? Yeah, let's take a quick look. To be honest with you, let's go. Where are I? Yeah, to be honest, right? I think if Bitcoin's gonna go to all, this is kind of what happens, isn't it? Like Bitcoin goes to all-time high, and then the alts run after. So it's like if Bitcoin does go to another all-time high, and we do get like an impulsive move, right, taking us up to like 80k, 90k, possibly 100k, Ethereum's going to follow it, and it's probably going to outperform it as well. It probably is going to outperform it. But yeah, it's not. Ideally, you would like to see Ether all-time high right now, but yeah, it just isn't really. I do need to start coming up with some more trades with Ethereum, to be honest with you. I took that short. Let's just zoom out a little bit. With Ethereum, I took the short from there, took the long from there, took the short from there. Those were the only trades recently that I've taken on Ethereum, but there were some really nice shorts. There was a short from here. There was a long from there. I did miss. I was looking for a long here, but I was looking for this low to be taken out to take the long trade, and we just took that low out for the long trade there. So I didn't take that. Looking at it here, that looks like there would have been a good short from up there. But yeah, my main level to short is from up here on ETH. But yeah, to be honest, like if Bitcoin is going to go to all-time high again, right? I'm expecting Ethereum to like follow it, not necessarily going to all-time high. But if Bitcoin has like a big impulsive move through all-time high, Ethereum is going to follow it, and Ethereum is probably going to outperform it. Okay, if we do have that like really strong impulsive pump. So that's sort of my view on it, to be honest. But yeah, I will leave it there. Again, thank you for putting interacting, with the chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you for joining, everybody. And yeah, I will see you on Monday for live stream on Monday. Thomas, you have a great weekend as well. Thank you very much for joining. Really nice to see new faces. And for any Visionary members, of course, I will see you on Sunday for the preparation as well. And actually for the Visionary members as well, I might do a walk down of the long entry that I entered into as well. So I might get that done on the Sunday as well. So thank you very much, everybody, and I will see you soon.